Great, thank you for your time today. My name's Sian. I'm very excited to talk to you about the design of Charter Hall's office within an exciting new precinct in the city. It was a privilege to engage with our long-time collaborators in Charter Hall on their very own office and embody their values in a beautiful and welcoming space. So the office sits within the 23rd floor of 130 Lonsdale Street, which is part of the Wesley Place precinct. And this is a block which includes adaptive free use, our 130 building, Wesley Church, and multiple retail and spaces and amenity, including business hub and a beautiful green space. So Charter Hall have fostered a community within the area, and it's amazing that they are also part of this community as well. So the vision for Charter Hall's office was simple. It had to embody their values and show that they're investing in their people. Therefore, if you're an employee or a collaborator or a visitor to the space, it must feel welcoming, transparent, adaptable, warm, engaging, meaningful and healthy. The design concepts evolved from a desire to offer spaces that are human-centric and draw from spaces in which we are productive in other areas and not just the office. So we settled on these four themes: the park walk, indoor rooftop, the library and the dining table. So the park walk is our central space. It's an engaging and dynamic space and includes collaboration areas and areas for the staff to have serendipitous interaction as they're moving about their day. The indoor rooftop is our social space, so it's our kitchen and our hub. It also includes informal settings where interstate visitors can come and set up for the day. Our library spaces are for focused work. They're hot desking and project areas, and we really wanted them to be separate but not segregated from the rest of the spaces. And our dining room area, this is our recharge, our collaboration areas. You're breaking away from your desk and spilling out into other areas where you're welcoming collaboration and discussion. So our spatial planning really focused on the entrance and the welcoming aspect. So we didn't want to have a reception in a separate area. Everyone is welcomed into the main area, which the employees also inhabit. So we're welcomed into this park walk area immediately. It's warm, it's timber, and you also get a glimpse through to the social hub space. So you can interact with other people that you're coming to see in an informal way before your meeting. And each of the pods have a family of finishes. So the hub is green, the meeting is ochre, and the central area has timbers and warmth. So the main part, you come into this park walk area, it features battens, a lot of planting, and this beautiful rug, which evokes the green landscape beneath the central table. The main features of this fit out is this beautiful trilogy of pieces which we worked collaboratively with Damien Wright on, and they include the reception greet space, a gathering table in the central area and a yarning circle at the other end. And these pieces of fine craft explore place, purpose and the interpersonal connections. So it was our relationship with Charter Hall that allowed us the freedom and the trust for us to work on these in a collaborative and kind of loose way. The material is from an old bridge in Cobram, which you can see on the left-hand side, and it includes the bolt holes, which is evident in the final pieces. And that's us there in the workshop with Damien. We went there multiple times and worked through detailing. We also had a virtual workshop tour with all of the staff. So Damien ran through his process, his different, the way that he works, and so they were on board the whole way through for these pieces. So when they were finally there, they felt like they were part of the process as well. So the reception desk was designed so there were no sides to it. You can approach it in any direction. So we don't have a really a strong barrier between the greeter and the visitor. And we included these details of the lamp grommet hole in the top surface, areas where the cables could run through with a magnetised little portion in the upstand. And we worked through with the receptionist on their needs and what they needed to fit within the reception desk, so it was all hidden away. And the table in the middle is tiered, so the front section can be utilised for waiting area. The large table in the middle is also its touchdown point for people to work during the day. It also serves as the forum space, so the whole staff can gather in the central area for presentations as well. And the yarning circle, it features this rug, which is invoking a hearth, the fireplace, the fire pit in the centre. And the cladding was designed to evoke a feeling of a fence, so a fence between neighbours where you're potentially yarning across the fence as well as within the circle. The hub there is one of the main areas. It's the green section. It includes this coffered ceiling detail to get as much height in that space as possible. The meeting spaces are spread throughout the floor plate to allow access for everyone within the floor plate. The workstations are preferenced to the window so that the workers get the most light. The boardroom opens up into one large conference space. It was really important for the workstations to have different views and different options for the staff, so they're not in large rows of straight desks. So we worked hard with Charter Hall on the different variety of desks that we offered. And the supporting spaces, so in a post-COVID world, the quiet spaces are really important, the breakout spaces, and what's unique in this floor plate, the utility is actually central, so it allows people to have those interactions as they're going about the mundane tasks. They're part of the central workspace area, and it allows people to see through to the park walk, so if the concierge is in there, they can see if visitors are arriving and tend to them as well.